This is from Tom LaRosa. You're gonna make me get back into Dokken. Right on. Oh, thank you, Tom. I love Dokken. That's my favorite band of all time, and heavy metal. I have a lot of musical taste. So I'm not just Dokken. I love 60s British pop. I love 80s techno, 80s synth pop. I love all that stuff. At the same time I was into the 80s techno and new wave and all that, I was still into the 80s heavy metal. I like it all. But I just gravitated to heavy metal, and Dokken was my favorite band. And I liked all the other bands. I love 80s metal bands, but Dokken was my favorite. So good, get back into Dokken. Dokken's awesome. This is from Brian Clemens. Love it. Oh, thank you so much, Brian. From Ethan Hunt. Ethan Hunt, Tony Sir, Rosewood or Maple fretboard? I like the Rose, especially on the Gibson Studio. If you notice, Warren DeMartini, I'm not Warren DeMartini. Warren DeMartini plays nothing but maple. George Lynch used to play maple, but now he plays rosewood. At least when he did, when he changed the necks on his Tiger, he always had maple, then he went to rosewood. Some people hear things differently. Some people like the feel of the necks and so on, so the fretboard. I like maple. I've always liked maple, but most of my guitars happen to have rosewood. But I like them both. Obviously rosewood's darker. But I have no preference. But I guess if I was going to build a custom guitar, I'd probably go, if I'm going to build a Super Strat, I would always go with a maple neck, just because it's a Super Strat, Eddie May Hanlon. But if I was going to go with a Les Paul type of guitar or double humbucker guitar, then I'd probably go with the ebony rosewood fingerboard. Or W Jewel 63. Glad to see your channel gaining ground. You deserve it, bud. Just keep rocking. Everything else will just fall into place. W Jewel 63, thank you so much. I do this for all of you, and I'm here to have fun. And so if people catch on, that's great. And I'm just here to have fun. And thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. All right, Love Guitars. Hey Tony, awesome. Thank you. There you go. I think it's from Love Guitars, who asked me to get back to basics with George Lynch. Love Guitars, I think your name is Mark, I think. But Love Guitars, thank you for the idea. Thank you for making me get back to basics, because that's where it should all begin and end and continue, because there's a lot of great stuff that George Lynch does. And we don't need to learn or reinvent the wheel and learn song for song, note for note for note. Let's get back to basics and see what George Lynch is doing on every song and just extract it. Let's do that. Oh, this is from Jimmy Wood. Hey Tony, what brand humbucker are you rocking with? Majority of my humbuckers are DiMarzio Super Distortions. The latest one I have on my Tiger, I have a carved Tiger now. That has the DiMarzio Super Distortion 2. No, I'm sorry. That's got the JB. No. The JB, I have a white JB on my white Frankenstrat. You haven't seen that guitar yet because I gotta fix the bridge on that one. When it's ready, I'll break out the guitar, the Frankenstrat. But the last pickup I've had is a DiMarzio Super Distortion 2 on my carved Tiger, and I believe I have cream pickups on that one. I believe. But yeah, those where I'm usually rocking. My main pickup is a DiMarzio Super Distortion 2s. Right? Back for one more. I like this angle better on your lessons. Very easy to follow instead of the overhead view. Thanks for the great lesson on Mr. Lynch and Dokken. Back for one more. Thank you. I've gotten a lot of compliments on the camera angles now with what you're seeing, and then my little picture on the little screen on the bottom, so you can see both the fingers and then me playing as opposed to the Tony cam. So that's fine. I'll be happy to continue it this way if it makes it easier for people to learn. All right, so I will continue with the new format. Back for more. Thank you so much. This is from Sammy T. Hell yeah, Tony, thank you for showing me I've been playing it wrong the whole time. Lol, very underrated Lynch licks, rips, and the song. Sammy T, thank you so much. You've been very, very supportive, and I thank you so much. And stick around. I got lots more George Lynch coming for you. This is from Craig Kapler. Tony, I freaking love that song by Dokken. Have heard Intuition by TNT? Intuition, I have to double check on that intuition. It's a killer riff to check out. How do you keep that awesome in tune with the tremolo? There's lots of videos on YouTube where you can make a floating tremolo off a Strat bridge, and pretty much I just had to tweak it. And it stays in tune like 99% of the time. I don't do any heavy dive bombs. I pretty much just use my tremolo to pull up like George Lynch when I use the tremolo and make it floating and so forth. But yeah, that's how I do it. All right, good morning. This is also from Paul Flores. How is it? So do you have a lesson set put together? I would be interested if you made a DVD lesson for guitar on beginning the guitar. You're about the first I've seen with great video of the way you play the notes. This is great. Paul Flores, I have not ever considered making a DVD for lessons, but based on the feedback of my last 2 lessons, I will make more videos like that where pretty much we're getting back to basics. We'll have the camera right up in front of the screen, and I will do my best to make it fun and interesting and not long and labored, and just get you in and out and say, look, this is how I'm going to approach a lick. This is how you play the lick. This is how you can make it a little bit flashy, and then you go at your pace and we'll learn it that way, all right? So thank you, Paul. This is from Guitarista Hobbyista, hobby guitarist. Excellent, I have a JS10 as well and always use your presets. Regards from Brazil. Guitarista Hobbyista. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That means a lot that people are enjoying my guitar tone patches, and have fun with it. And my tone patches can pretty much work with whatever you have out there. Oh, this is from Ruben Esquivel. Tell him, Tony, you're the great. You're great. Tell him, Tony, you're great. You give me that starting point I need. Thank you. Saves me lots of time. Just wish you could help me back in the 80s. Well, Ruben, I'll do my best to make my lessons fun, easy, quick, and fast. If I can make the videos 10 minutes or less, we'll have a lot more fun and more production. This is from Mark. Just found your channel the other day. Impressive playing. Thank you so much, Mark. There's no last name other than Mark. Looking forward to checking out more of your playing. What was the name of the Boss guitar you mentioned? Mark, I'm using the Boss E-Band JS10. That's all I've been using since 2010. And you can look on my channel. You can look online, the Boss E-Band JS10. That's all I use, that's all I need, and it does everything you could have or want for a guitar player that plays at home in the studio, where you can record yourself, jam along the tracks, extract the vocals from the tracks, extract the guitar player from the tracks, record yourself over the tracks. It's got built-in sound tracks, jam tracks, where you can just jam over it and improvise. It's an all-around great tool, and I can't stress it enough. And for me, I'm very happy with it, and I have 3 of them. So this is from Jamie Ross. Boss should be paying you some type of residuals for advertising their product. Jamie Ross, thank you so much. I don't think Boss knows I exist, and that's okay, because I don't do this for money or notoriety. But that's just my way of saying, hey, Boss, you came up with a great product, the Boss E-Band JS10. You should continue with a newer model. Based on what's out there, and people will buy it. I think if you make another Boss JS10 model, a newer one, people will buy it, and let's see if they listen. All right, but no, I'm not getting paid by anybody. No, I do this for fun. Jason Holek. Tony, you always have monster tone, kind of like Godzilla stomping through Tokyo. When is Don just gonna hire you in lieu of a reunion? You never fail to impress, my friend, and make me jealous. Jason, thank you so much. In my wildest dreams, I would love to be playing with Dokken on stage. That'll never happen, because they got John Levin, who's a beast of guitar player, and kudos to John, because he's been carrying the torch of George Lynch, while also doing his own thing with Dokken. But yeah, as a fantasy dream, I would make a wish. I would love to play with Don Dokken on stage one day, but that'll never happen. So I can enjoy Dokken on YouTube, or if I see them in concert, and John Levin is a beast, and so I tip my hat off to Dokken and John Levin. All right, okay, this is from Robert Dyer. Just found your channel, great vids, man, love it. Can the Katana get these settings? I believe they can. Someone texted me or emailed me about a year or 2 ago that they were able to dial in as best they could by using the same parameters or getting close to. You should be able to dial in my settings with the Boss Katana, and that will get you in the vicinity. Play with the different amps. If you don't have my exact amp, pick an amp that sounds best for you, and then the rest, it's pretty much set the bass and the EQ, the treble, all that stuff the way I have it. Any delay or distortions or effects that I have, get as close as possible, and then use your ear to get in the vicinity of that. This is from Jeff E. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, Jeff? I have the Katana as well and was wondering the same thing. Mostly I use my Yamaha THR2 since the phone app is convenient to use and quickly dial in different settings. Obviously I have different effects than the Yamaha THR, but as far as pretty much, I would just say if you want to get close to what I have, play with the amp. You may obviously we have probably different amps or different names, so just pick an amp that sounds good for you, either low gain or high gain or mid crunch or clean or whatever, and pretty much play with the with any overdrive, delay, chorus, and reverb, and you should be able to get in the same ballpark. They won't be exact, but that's where you use your ear to get in the vicinity of it. Hey everybody, I'm Tony. Thanks so much for hanging out with me at the Headbangers Hideout. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. All requests will be considered. I'll see you folks real soon. You're watching the Headbangers Hideout. Thanks everybody. See you folks real soon. Bye.